The Mariners just wrapped up their most successful homestand of the year, and they're back on the road. They got 3 in Toronto, 2 in Pittsburgh, but really this is part of a bigger section of the schedule. It's a veritable gauntlet. You have 14 of the next 17 games on the road. This isn't going to define the trajectory of their season, but we are going to see some tests, and really I think that when they come back, we're going to know a lot more about this team, and specifically Justin Smoak.
Yeah, he's the guy, right? And Danny, you don't know how hard it is. I mean, their closest trip is 2.5 hours away. You don't know how hard that they're going to fly more miles than anybody else by the All-Star break, and you just don't know how hard it is.
How many Haagen-Dazs bars do you think you can eat on the 2.5 hour trip, which is the shortest trip? I mean, let's not. It's not easy to fly, and it's not easy to have the fewest days off in Major League Baseball.
Right.
But if you're going to sit and cite the travel as a reason while you're struggling early, you're letting that get inside your head. And it's really, it's something outside your control. You work on the things you can control, which are your at-bats, not your schedule.
No excuses, no explanations. You said the name earlier. That's the biggest month. As we push into May now, this is the biggest month of Justin Smoak's career, in my humble opinion. The clock is ticking. What are you going to do over the next 30 days? 30 games isn't a big enough sample size. To some, even 1,600 at-bats is not a big enough sample size. As that on-base percentage grows, as his eye is improving, he's actually putting bat to ball, hitting some doubles. But Danny, I think this is the start of a 30-day period. It's going to be awfully large for Justin Smoak.
It is. He's hit safely in 7 of his last 9 heading into this series in Toronto. He has 5 extra base hits in those 9 games. He had only 6 the whole season. You've seen some pop. He doubled in each of the last 3 games of this homestand. But he's got to sustain that. You need more from him. And because of the way this roster is constructed, because of the connections you have between first base, DH, which is Kendrys Morales largely, catcher, which is Jesus Montero, which if he's not catching, the most likely spot for him is either DH or first base. This is time for Justin Smoak, really, if he's going to be a first baseman on this team throughout the season, to lay claim to that spot.
And it's time to win the 3rd series in a row. It starts tonight in Toronto.